Namaste. I'm Dr. Neha Agrawal, and today we are going to talk about how to relieve joint pains. In our lives, we all go through some or the other kind of joint pain, maybe because of the arthritic condition, or maybe simple sprains and strains, maybe because of the fracture or dislocation of the joints. And especially in our lifestyles, these days, the posture we have, because we have to sit in front of the laptops and screens for so long, and then we sprain our joints and we have pains. How do we deal with these pains? Have you ever noticed? Most of the time we ignore these pains. And even if it is more, then we don't go to the doctors also, and we take painkillers, and then again we continue our work. We need to find out the root cause of the problem. So let's understand the root cause. We need to be more aware of our posture, of how we handle ourselves, our body, mind, breath. So find out, is it because of the stress? Sometimes we are stressed out and the muscles are contracted for a long period of time, which results in pain. In stressful situations, our posture is not correct. And there are many other reasons. Maybe nutritional deficiency or wrong food habits we have, or we are not able to sleep properly. Just find out what is the cause. And how do we deal with the pain now? We usually take painkillers and then we find relief and then we continue with our work. But that sets into our system over a long period of time. That becomes a chronic pain at times. So suppose we get a simple sprain in the ankle. It's not just that the ankle is suffering, but also the different parts of the body. Because if the ankle is suffering, it will lead to maybe disbalance or imbalance of the spine. If the spine is suffering, overall general health we suffer. How overall health? Because when we are having simple maybe headache, it's not just the head is paining all the time. We are stressed most of the time. That stress builds up in our system. And because of that stress, a lot of changes happen. We are not able to even digest food properly. One of the cause of joint pain, maybe because of the fracture or dislocation. But what happens is we go to the doctors, of course. We have to go to the orthopedic surgeon. They treat the joint dislocation. But then we go to the physiotherapist, that is important. And then after some time, the pain is relieved, but actually that becomes a weak point, that particular joint. We need to be very careful about it. How do we handle? Because it needs to be completely restored. And sometimes what happens, this is not restored completely, which leads to chronic pain eventually in life. So here we need to know something about free play movement of the joint. When we are in a relaxed state, the joints are able to freely move, even when we are not actually moving the joints. And sometimes this free play movement is not restored. Most of the times, we think about the movement. That movement will help us, exercise will help us. Not only exercise helps, exercise along with the relaxation periods are equally important. So when there is an acute condition, suppose we get a pain in the joint, which is acute, sudden. So that time we need to relax. At least 2 days we relax. And then after that, when the pain subsides or it reduces, then we should do some exercises. And especially suppose we do exercise, we have knee pain or elbow pain. So we need to strengthen the muscles around the joints. So this free play movement can happen only when the muscles or the adjacent structures are relaxed around the joints. So we have understood that exercise is important to tone up the muscles around the joints, which can help to strengthen the joints. So stretching, strengthening, stability is important. So to relieve the joint pain, it's very important to relax. And this Nispand app, which helps us to relax basically through the solfeggio frequencies. These frequencies have been scientifically proven that they help the body through positive effects on the body. These frequencies have positive impact. They help us to relax physically as well as mentally. So when we have to relieve the joint pain, there are a few things we must do. First of all, in severe pain, we need to relax. And this app can help. For 2 days, you relax. But after that, you need to move the joints. Not to a point of exhaustion or pain, but how much ever the movement is possible. You need to strengthen the muscles around the joints. So suppose your knee joint is affected, you have knee pain, mild knee pain, you can do Hasta Padangushthanasana, leg raise. So it can help the surrounding structures of the knee joint. And avoid maximum joint movement, a lot of joint movement as far as possible initially. We also need to take care of the food, our nutrition. Because not just exercise helps, but what we give to our system, the body, we feed our system with so much of food all the time, 3 meals a day. What we are eating is equally important. So having sattvic food, balanced diet, which includes carbohydrates, proteins, fats, all these things are important. Minerals, vitamins. But what is equally important is avoid frozen food, avoid processed food, the tamasic ahar, because it can lead to more problems in the joints. Also, the stress factor is very, very important to handle, because it's not just the joint pain, but along with that, the stress developed into our system, which increases the pain and also delays the healing. So managing stress is equally important. So we can say the 4 pillars of yogic lifestyle: ahar, vihar, achar, vichar. Ahar, taking care of the food you're eating. Vihar, having some me time for yourself. It's not just that what happens usually is, if I have knee pain, I just think about knee as if I'm only the knee and nothing else in my body. So you're, as a whole, consider yourself and relax yourself physically and mentally, taking out time for yourself. That's your me time, vihar. Achar, doing the healthy routines, your timely food, eating food, taking care of the kriyas, asanas, pranayams, everything you need to do. It's not just the knee joint or the shoulder joint or the back pain, it's the overall body. So we need to take care of overall body. And vichar is the 4th but the most important point, thought process. So taking care of all these 4 pillars, ahar, vihar, achar, vichar. And if you have to follow this, you need to follow the techniques. You need to practice. So follow this Nispand app and see the results. Thank you very much.